All right, whenever you're ready.
Welcome back to Coming This Summer. She-Hulk is over. Our nightmare has ended. All you keyboard warriors who hate women, I guess, can shut the fuck up forever now because she's never coming back. What do you think about the finale of She-Hulk? That was my cold open, you know what I mean?
J.B. Martin, Superbad. Sharp.
It was a fucking mess, dude. I will say the finale was a mess. I didn't hate the episode, though.
That's funny. Okay.
Right.
I have a lot of
concerns.
The entire show was written under the premise of nothing mattered because we secretly were gonna just not, none of this mattered. And what they were trying to do from this is me strictly as a writer speaking.
Yeah. It hurt me as a writer.
I felt like they were trying to tell everybody, we heard you.
Mm-hmm.
You hate the way we've been ending movies and shows, which we've talked about.
Except
it's always like battle yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always okay.
Well, there's like the man versus nature, man versus self, whatever, man versus man, right? That's writing. Fine.
Right. You got the tropes that
But when you do
happen.
it 40 times in a row, it gets a little boring. Yeah.
Because but to be fair, and I'm only defending this for a second, that's kind of how the comic books are.
That's how comic books are.
You run out of things to...
There's a climax.
Right.
Stories
so
have a climax and a resolution. Yeah.
Here's my issue.
Yeah.
The fact it would have landed...
Mm-hmm.
if they actually wrote the season like they weren't going to do that, instead of knowing the entire time that they were going to pull the rug out on everybody.
Yeah.
I had a huge problem with that.
I did.
I did not
I
like
didn't
the ending.
Okay, so I'll set it up. No spoilers, kinda spoilers.
No,
not right now.
Okay.
But so they're building up to the climax. There's you find out who's the leader of the person who steals her blood. Which
didn't matter.
Which didn't matter.
They threw it right out.
Because who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Because who fucking
cares?
Built
whole
and
underpinnings
that character
of the
is
series.
Haha, I was behind all of this, and we're like, yeah, we know. We know.
But
we just didn't know it was you.
Really
and
crappy.
I don't care.
It didn't make any sense.
No, it
though.
didn't make any sense. So the whole climax is finishing up. The main bad guy, I guess, has She-Hulk's blood and injects
Turns himself into a Hulk,
and he becomes like a half Hulk. He's like.
Well, he was in the process. At the very end, he is Hulk.
Yeah, right.
Right did they freeze frame it?
Yeah.
He looks.
Yeah.
They literally used the same animation as Mark Ruffalo for the rest of the body. The only thing they changed was the faces. I'm like, how did they make this guy better than She-Hulk in one episode? I was so mad. My biggest problem was I really enjoyed the 8 episodes leading into the finale. It was well structured. It was well written.
The episode before
Matt
the
Murdock
finale
was amazing.
Was the best episode of the series. The best episode of the series, and it needed another 2 episodes before this one to make me even give a shit.
No,
Last episode ends. It's like the gala. She gets mad, and this episode starts, and she's in prison.
Right, because she's an out of control Hulk. Even though she put the guy down, and took a deep breath.
And
the
now she's in
episode
prison?
ends with her breathing.
Did they trank her?
Yeah.
What?
Because it didn't matter.
No.
Because every plot, everything they built up,
didn't
matter.
Nothing mattered. Which was kind of the point of the series, but then at that point, don't even fucking bother. Don't waste episodes then about a guy she dates from this wedding is ghosting her, so now she has to go see what Abomination's doing. Don't make it plot points then.
It hurt me. I felt like I almost got up and turned it off.
So
when she kicks the Disney Plus
hold
menu
on. Because the climax is coming, and the guy injects himself with the thing, right? With the blood.
Before he does, you forgot to mention what's his name is there surely only because he's getting paid. Abomination. And he doesn't even know who he's speaking to.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He literally's like, oh, hey, Jen, I only do things for I'm only here.
He shows up, and it's the evil bad guys meeting, and Abomination walks in, and you're like, holy shit, dude, did he fucking orchestrate this whole thing?
The writing is episode 1 of Star Wars bad, when he walks in and he's like, so, I can't remember the bad guy's name.
Yeah.
He's like, Jerry tells me that you guys set out a plan and you accomplished it.
You accomplished your goals.
And I'm here to reinforce because and then it's his posters of his books about accomplishing goals. I get it. You're hitting it over the head. But he's not bad.
Twist is that, though? Why? Why do it?
He showed up. And then the Hulk kicks the door in and he's like, look, oh, my cousin.
I blasted from
he's
space.
Saving her.
And Tatiana shows up, and there's like a Red Hulk in there
Which
somewhere.
Tatiana didn't even care. She just showed up to
Titania,
watch. Or Titania just showed up to watch.
I know.
Like, she's literally like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. And then the whole episode, all these
then it just
characters shows up,
freezes.
and it takes a huge pause. And Jen, nope.
She says time out.
Nope.
And freezes she's Zach from Saved by the Bell now.
Yeah. And it cuts to the Disney Plus
And
Marvel page.
She kicks
and
She-Hulk
kicks out the
out,
She-Hulk.
and then she kicks, what show did
Marvel
she kick
Assembled, like the behind the scenes
Okay,
show.
that's what it
So
was.
she like goes into the real world to like talk to the writers of the fucking show. Which is like really funny. Except
I was
they
already
did it for
like
10 minutes of the 30-minute finale. You know?
See, I don't think any time would have saved that because it would just added more. Like you're saying, three more episodes, but all that would have added is more time of a plot that would have been thrown into
You're
the
right.
trash anyway
You're
because
right.
they built up a
Yep.
bunch of stuff for no reason.
Yeah. So she gets to the real world. She's in the writer's room, and they're like, oh, we can't talk. We can't do anything without permission from Kevin.
Which at this point, I'm ready to quit the MCU because I'm like, Kevin Feige is writing himself into the shows now. I'm done. That's what I thought. I was like, if she walks into a room
if it was
with
straight up Kevin Feige, that
I'm
would have been
done.
amazing. What
No,
are
I
you
would have
talking
been
about?
done. I'd have been done.
You liked what it was instead of a giant
I
fucking
think,
robot?
I think it was just
Okay,
as
yeah.
stupid.
No, it was super dumb. I'm like, is Kevin Feige the big bad of She-Hulk? Like,
I thought
that's
robot,
fucking funny.
I thought the robot was 1% better than having actual Kevin Feige, only
Really?
because
Okay.
I think that would put yourself too much. Because
it's like an algorithm.
right.
Fine. Get it? Whatever. My least favorite thing is when She-Hulk is like trying to explain to Kevin Feige robot that like she's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its high-stakes spectacles, and I'm like,
Oh, she does the court thing.
can you shut the fuck up? Like, you just talked to the writers, and you no. It was the worst written scene I've ever watched in anything. I think it was so bad. It was so bad, and it paused me from a conclusion that I didn't give a fuck about to do this now that I don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? And it went on for 8 fucking minutes.
See,
dude.
I didn't think her talking was that bad. It was
Oh,
just
it was so
it was
bad.
just hit you over. I told you it was episode 1 writing. It was
Yeah,
just
it
we're
was
gonna
bad.
explain everything
Yep,
to you.
midichlorians.
We're gonna
Yeah.
tell you what this is.
Yeah,
And
isn't it meta? Get it? Because that's what people are
this is
saying
the only
about
way
the
we
MCU.
we can reach fans
What?
like
What?
without a D23 or whatever.
The only funny bit was like, can you transform back to Jen because you're super
No,
expensive?
that was funny.
Funny. There's funny
There
bits.
was funny
Absolutely
lines in
funny
there.
bits. Yeah.
But like the writer's room when she first gets to the real world is dumb, and they're all like, because the writers are that dumb. Like, well, we thought like they all are like over the top 30 Rock writers,
Yeah.
and they're like, nobody is no. And I get it. They're trying to, they want to placate the people who complain, and I understand. I 100% understand what they went
the
for.
finale was written before people complained about the show, so like they knew people were gonna complain about the show. You know?
Yeah, but it's not even addressing the show. Most of what she says is about
the
everything else in the
MCU.
MCU in general.
Right.
So I think no matter how people react,
Right.
they just had a feeling that people
Yeah.
were going to bitch
And
about.
like her defense is like, this is where the story's going. Like, what about me losing my job and like how that affects me and shit? It's like, well,
we
that
needed
happened in the finale.
5 more episodes.
So
if
you got
weren't gonna.
you got 15 minutes left, and you spend 8 on this meta joke.
I was disgusted by the Feige bot and all that, but what got worse is when
I think it
she
looked
goes.
good.
It looked cool.
The Feige bot.
You can
looked
see where
cool.
they spent the money.
Yeah, it
on
looked really good.
CGI.
Yeah.
My issue was when that's all over, and she goes, "Okay, can you go back now?" Sure, okay. And she goes back. Because then she's like, okay, let's tear it apart. Take the powers away from him. He needs to have repercussions for transforming.
And you're like, okay.
We need an explanation of
Okay,
why Bruce is
and
here.
bring Daredevil back.
And
'cause I
bring
wouldn't
Daredevil
mind
back
seeing
because I
him.
need to have sex with him. She basically says that. I
And
need to hump him.
You think right after that, you're like, okay, we're gonna go back before
No.
she's gonna walk
So then she
in, and we're
walks
gonna get the
in.
resolution we want.
Douchebag, a woman hater guy is now powerless, being arrested. She's completely absolved of all of her crimes. Abomination's like, she's
It
like,
just-
you know you're going to go to prison for
It
10
just
years. He goes,
cuts.
you're right,
it
Jen.
straight up cuts to the end of the episode. Like all that happened. Like you watched it.
Well,
it's like where
when
I didn't see
when
that.
she goes, well, Abomination, if you sign that, you're going to have to go to prison.
10
And he's
years.
like,
He's like-
I understand. Self-responsibility is a great thing. And he smiles and he signs it. I'm like, what is happening?
And then Daredevil falls
Falls
from the
from the
sky.
sky.
And he's like, I heard you were in trouble. You missed it all. You missed the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know why you're here. Oh. And then we'll cut to a scene later where I'm having dinner with your family.
But I won't tell him I'm Daredevil. Well, I'm this guy. I'm another lawyer who dates you from New York.
What?
Even though her family knows the Avengers.
What?
And that she's She-Hulk and her cousin's Hulk.
Fucking Hulk! What?
And then Hulk walks in with his son.
Yes! Yes! The best part of the fucking episode. Like, hey guys, I know I've been away on Sakar. This is my son that you all knew about, fucking viewers, because you read the comic book from 10 years ago.
And
fuck She-Hulk. You're telling me Planet Hulk happened off fucking screen in the MCU? Are you telling me?
Well, it's because they still don't have the rights.
Fucking happened
because they don't have the rights.
Kevin Feige, you know that's a shitty idea, and I don't care if they don't have the rights. Don't fucking do it. Because
it's because they have nowhere else to
Hulk's
go.
son has a goddamn fade, and I'm not here for it. I'm not fucking here for it, bro.
See,
oh my
what
god!
I don't like the only thing
God.
that they and it made it only like 1%
This
better.
is my son's
was,
scar.
Was the after credit scene where Wong takes Abomination with him because that's why Abomination didn't care about going because he knew if he ever went back he's gonna go live with Wong. That only made that part better.
Yeah.
The whole like I'm just gonna sign my life away. Derp a derp. Okay,
Right.
fine. They fixed that, but.
Yeah. You got Wi-Fi at
I don't care.
Comitage.
Yeah, like that's great because they're both great actors.
Yeah.
So any scene, but
I'll take a
to me
Wong-
this fractured the entire MCU and fucked it up completely.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Sony, but they've now have a stain where they broke the fourth wall so hard that I don't care anymore.
Too hard.
I almost don't care anymore.
You chose the first character of the MCU who can break the fourth wall to be She-Hulk and not Deadpool. And then make She-Hulk break the fourth wall more than Deadpool ever has in any
to the
movie
point
or
where,
TV
like,
show
I'm
ever.
in real life now at Disney headquarters in LA, and I'm talking to the Kevin Feige. It was too much. It was too much. They went too comic. You don't go full comic book. You don't. They went full comic book.
Her kicking out the Disney Plus thing, if she just like went to Moon Knight for like 5 minutes, it'd have been like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I got to go see other endings, and then she's like peeking into other endings. That would have worked.
The CGI battle,
Yeah,
CGI. You see
like,
my point here, right? Yeah. That's all you need. I don't need that scene went on for way
She could have
too
been
long
like,
for me.
she could have been like, "Hey, writers, can we do something after she peeks and does that?" And then they change it. She didn't need to go and walk around the lot at
You know
Disney.
what would have been a better fucking thing is if
Hate
she
it.
went to
Done.
the fucking Watcher. What? She goes to the fucking writer's room of She-Hulk? Are you
cat.
fucking kidding me?
I'm done.
That looks like any other writer's room.
I'm so disappointed
yeah.
as a fan of the MCU.
I genuinely am. And
Especially
has nothing.
how
This could have been a
good-
Hulk show,
No.
and I would have been just as mad.
No, because we sat here episode after episode of talking about how much I actually like this show and how it's probably the best one since Hawkeye. I
Yeah.
keep saying that, and then they literally were like, let's blow everything we built for the last 10 plus years out because we're gonna fourth wall break so hard that just to apologize and say we're gonna start doing things the way you guys requested. So let's destroy an entire series. Let's waste 8 episodes of story and plot to have a 9th episode apology, and then try to bring it back and still tie everything together.
You
But you
baited
can't.
me.
But you can't.
Yeah.
Because all those storylines don't matter because she changed it all at the will and whim. If I watched a Deadpool movie and it ended like that, I would have gotten up and walked out of the theater and said, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
You don't break it that, like,
You
little
don't.
winks and nods are funny. Like, hey, you guys seeing
When
this?
all the
Huck,
CGI
huck, huck.
characters are coming, that is a fourth wall moment where you go like, nope, but then say nope, and then flip it to the shit you actually want and show me the fucking finale.
No,
Don't straight up cut to, and everything's resolved. What's the quickest way to do this? Cut to the resolution.
Yeah.
I get it's meta, and I totally get it.
No, like I
but
said, I know the
fuck
attempt
off.
that they were going for. But
I
they
see what you
failed
were going for.
miserably. You know what this reminded me of? Game of Thrones season 8.
Yes,
we have to
yes,
shock everyone.
yes.
We're
They
shocking
fucking
everyone.
did H&H.
They did. I am not. You guys are going to think I'm being sarcastic. I slowed down the credits. I stopped and paused to make sure, and I'm not being funny, that they were not writers on the season because I firmly 100% started going.
You say that,
who is writing this?
and people think you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Had that exact same thought.
I'm not joking.
Had that exact
because it's
same
like
thought.
What
was the
I'm
first thing I texted
subverting
you?
expectations.
What was the first thing I texted you? I said they needed 3 more episodes because they literally just shout out a finale because they were so rushed for that
It was
finale.
D&D, and I
they
hated
were
it.
so
and
rushed.
I'm out.
And you had 9
I'm out.
episodes, so how are you
How?
rushed? How? We don't do anything with the blood plot? You know what would have been really cool?
What I'm saying, they wasted it
is
all.
if like, let's, everybody gets Hulk powers then. Daredevil Hulk, Wong Hulk, Mr. Immortal Hulk, fucking everybody gets Hulk powers.
Or you ready? I've been playing this the whole time. He takes the needle, jams it in them, and instead of turning into Hulk,
He dies.
starts either dies or starts going inside out, and he's puking and he falls down.
Yeah.
And guess what? Then the police kick the door and realize he set it all up. He's dying. You don't need a fight. You don't need anything else. It's all solved. It's all solved. You don't need a fourth wall break other than that's what he gets, right? That's a lot different. There was no battle. You know what I mean? You didn't even need Hulk. You know when Hulk shows up with his son at the end? It's still stupid, but you don't need him to blow up the lodge. That's interesting.
Okay, we just had a little audio blip there, so we're just going to wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
I think we've said what we need to say. Like I
I'm
said,
disappointed.
I didn't hate the episode. There was so much and it ruined the whole series, but it wasn't bad all in all. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
horrible, you
Well-
know. Like She-Hulk is still She-Hulk, you know. They bring back Pug and the others to get something, you know. They got to do something, you know. Like okay,
Yeah,
fine. But when you spend 10
It's
minutes
co-
of your episode,
it's
like
it's because they wasted all that.
She-Hulk's
though.
got to wear an inhibitor, and she's living with her parents now. It's like,
She lost everything and got fired.
but where's that episode though? You could have
No, they
combined the gala
montaged-
episode.
They montaged like a
and
month.
that, and put that into one episode,
know.
and then done a whole episode for the finale. You know, oh, woof.
No, I don't. I'm.
Woof.
It's gonna take a lot.
What's the next show we got from Marvel?
I don't know now because the rumors are that Echo's being delayed.
Oh God, great.
Yeah.
Anyway, Black Panther comes out next month,
We're only a couple weeks away from that. Let's
Yeah.
hope they can.
and that movie's gonna be 3 fucking hours.
Well, they knew how much that they were gonna have to explain and apologize from She-Hulk. So the first 20 minutes is gonna be, I'm sorry. Kevin Feige's gonna be in a chair at a fireplace, going, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
All right. Check out. We got all the episodes. You can see. Go to the channel. Watch how highly we praised the show, and now
No, I loved this show.
I can't.
And
I
it
can't.
just-
ruined me.
what
I
a-
was hurt.
What a fart of a finale.
It was so bad.
What a fart of a finale. Holy shit.
We'll
Yeah.
see, guys.
Just a big old cock fart.
It was a fart, and I hated it.
Big old fart.
And
7 and
then
8.
blam. Yeah.
And we still gotta do House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, we'll catch all that up.
We'll catch. Yeah.
I think we may just do like a super.
the show's almost over,
Yeah.
so we just review the whole show in one.
Why don't we get all caught up with the 3 we've missed, and then that leads into the final 2.
Did we only? I thought we only did the first episode.
Oh, we missed that many? Oh well, then fuck. Maybe we do episode 2 through 8 pick up. Then we
There's
have
only
like
10
a
episodes,
beginning, a middle, and then an end.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck it.
There's so many time skips we almost have to.
I know.
You're welcome.
And the time skips are literally like it won't say 10 years later or something.
You just have
It's been 6 years since I've seen my brother. Yeah.
How was your 6 years?
10 years ago. Yeah.
Remember?
I do.
Last Sunday.
Yeah, I just watched it last week.